I can't see.
Are we ready?
Yeah. I'll make this full screen.
So we good?
Yeah.
You want to kick this thing off?
Yeah,
we're
dude.
doing the intro?
I'll do the intro.
Okay.
All right, welcome. This is episode 4 of the NicoLost podcast. In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Woo! What up?
Yo, what's up? I'm August.
Andy.
Artie.
And our special guest, Jon Bones Jones.
Jon Bones
Jon
Jones.
Bones
Yeah.
Jones.
Not the Jon Bones Jones, a different Jon Bones Jones.
Well,
Yeah.
clearly, but
not the light heavyweight champion. Jon
Yeah, I got a
Bones.
little ways.
Slightly different look.
but yeah. So we've got Jon on the podcast, our first guest. Really excited to have you here, Jon.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
to be here. Never done, a podcast before, so I'm learning as we go along here. But yeah,
You're a pro, man.
I'm a pro.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
easy.
know, actually, I can't
We-
tell either.
And we chose you to be our first guest.
Oh,
We
I'm
did.
so honored. Yeah.
We're gonna have more guests on too, because
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
So let's just kick this off. I mean, we've got a few topics to talk about today. We've been off for a while, mostly
It's
because
true.
we've been busy.
Your schedule, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So it's been kind of crazy trying to get everything lined up with work, my stand up, with you guys have been busy with school and work and
Yeah.
homework and tests.
Yes.
And
So busy.
it's been crazy.
So busy.
But Jon, on the other hand, has been busy with something else.
Yeah, something
John,
else.
what happened to you
A
a few months ago?
few months ago, what did happen? Something happened. Oh yeah, I got cancer. But,
yeah.
But I
forgot
think it's
about
gone now, so I don't know. It was an interesting experience.
So Jon, you have just finished off chemotherapy
Yeah, so
after
3
getting
rounds of it. Yeah,
cancer.
so I guess I'll be a little more specific now. So it's testicular cancer.
Oof.
That's right.
And yeah, so
Big old
I
balls.
think about 20,000 men in the U.S. each year get it. And between 15 of white males between 15 to 30 is extremely common.
Really?
There
In
you
that
are,
age
yeah.
range, yeah. Yeah, so while it is a rare cancer for white males between 15 to 30, it is I think it's the number one.
The most common.
Yeah, I hate
cancer,
throwing
right?
out statistics like this, but I think it is the most common, for that age group.
Yeah.
So yeah, boys, fill your nuts. It may save you one day,
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
and I guess this is a good opportunity because I get this question so many people.
Yeah.
And I know some people are afraid to ask this one, but they just go, how did you know? And so
I've got a good story about this. Too.
yeah, so I guess I'll just start at the beginning of answering that one. So, I guess looking back, probably 6 months before I actually went to the doctor and found out I had cancer or whatever. I noticed my right nut or whatever just a little bigger, and it's always been a little bigger, which one testicle being slightly larger than the other is normal.
Okay.
But just a
Yeah,
little.
agreed.
But and so I just thought I was like, yeah, whatever.
Normal.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Normal.
this thing was.
So you're just it's probably it'll just go away.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
Yeah,
I would
that's
be
pretty much
like,
what I thought.
nothing's wrong.
And then about that time, that's when I got back into biking. So I was doing more biking, and when I started biking, everything was fine. But it basically got to the point, a few months I've been biking, a few months now or
Yeah.
whatever, kind of on the weekends or whatever. And I was like, damn, is it getting hard to sit on this bike seat? And then that was kind of the
can't
first
even
time I think this
imagine.
is something's up, But it wasn't to the size where it was crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
It probably wasn't until 3 months before I decided to actually go in. I was like, something's definitely wrong. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But
But what is it exactly?
right. And there's a fear there. As a man,
There's a fear.
Oh,
you're like,
exactly.
I would think
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off till something bad happens. That would be my inclination.
Yeah,
you
that
say
was
you did
pretty
that,
much
Jon?
mine too.
You did that.
So kind of backstory before I continue on this. I was planning to go to Australia like a month ago, so I knew I had that in the back of my head, like, hey, I'm about to go be out of the country for a month. So I, kind of was like, whatever, I'll be out of the country for a month here in like 3 months, so I'll just come back after that and then go to the doctor and we'll figure out what it is.
How long had you had the trip planned?
Well over a year.
Oh, well over a year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to
Oh,
do
man.
a bunch of calling and
then-
a bunch of canceling right before we were gonna fly out in like 3 weeks before I found out.
Oh,
three
man.
or 4
Yeah, I
weeks.
forgot about that.
I forget all the timelines, but yeah, it was pretty soon we were gonna
Yeah.
be flying out.
Yeah.
So that was
So
that
you
was
went
just
beforehand
So
because
what?
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it got to the point where it was growing at a rate that was kind of like, oh,
Alarming.
It's like that situation where it's like you put a frog in like a boiling pot of water, he's going to jump out immediately. But if you put him in water and then make it boil, he'll stay in there till he dies,
Right.
sort of thing. And so this was, being in that pot of water as it's warming up. Luckily, I was like, it gets to the point where you're like, oh, this is kind of chronic and I need to get it checked out. And good thing I did. I went to like one of those urgent care, clinics, made an appointment and went in and everything. And the doctor's fairly fresh, I guess, like out of
Residency?
Yeah, out of residency. Or
Were they
whatever.
like
Probably
20, 28 or something like
yeah,
that?
something like that. Probably late 20s, early
Yeah.
30s, something like that. So like
Yeah.
fairly fresh. But he just took one look. He's like, "Dude, go to the ER."
Could you imagine?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think
Being a
actually,
new doctor.
I called already shortly after that.
He called me. Well, I don't know. I was at work or something like that.
Yeah, and
You
I
were
was
just
like,
"Dude,
"Yo,
do you have a second?" You sounded kind of serious. I was like, "Yeah, I do now. Like, what's up?" And you're like, "So I haven't told you this, but," and then proceeded to tell me about how like his ball has been like gradually getting larger and larger over like the past.
I can't even
few
imagine
months.
hearing that conversation. I'd be
Oh
like,
my
dude,
God. And I was just like,
quit-
dude, what?
quit
I was
messing with me.
like, call your parents for one, and I was like, and just get your ass over there. Let me know what's going on. And yeah, they started doing tests on me that day. Oh my, it's
yeah,
crazy.
I actually diagnosed that day. Not officially diagnosed, I guess, that day, but they pretty much knew what it was.
Yeah.
And you thought it was. You told me you were like, I think it's cancer.
Yeah, I did
You
tell
were
you
like,
that, yeah.
I'm
Did
pretty
you
sure.
really?
I'm pretty sure my exact words were, "I think I'm about to go find out I have cancer."
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that's so
Did
crazy.
you go to the ER that day?
Yeah.
You went to the ER that day, okay.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, that was on, like,
from the
a
urgent care
Monday,
to the
wasn't
ER.
it?
Yeah, it was a Monday. I totally planned to go into work after this, but I never made it to work.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital all day. So I guess to like the statement of when's the moment you knew? The moment I knew was when I
Yeah.
was like, I cannot imagine me trying to fit myself into a wetsuit with this thing in between my legs. That was the moment.
I have to bleep all this out.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's too good.
So yeah,
That's
how
such
do
a
you
good
know? It grows, and so while it may be normal for one to be slightly bigger, any like structural
Yeah.
changes of the testicle or something's probably up. And as with all types of cancer, the number one thing is early detection.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's pretty important.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, fill your nuts.
We'll do.
Smart.
I'm
So-
stubborn.
You 3D printed this thing.
I did. I 3D printed
This is
the
the
like
story that I
testicle
like.
plus tumor. So right before like I went out for surgery or whatever, one of the last things I remember, I was like, "Hey, can I keep my right nut that you're about to take out of me?" sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we can't do that." So I was like, "Hey, how about a picture?" So they did take a picture. But they
Oh
only
my
showed it to
God.
my parents, I guess, because like medical, security stuff, they just can't be texting that around or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I never actually saw it. So I was like, man, I really, want to get like something I can see a real world representation of this thing. So I took the pathology report, which specified the dimensions of the tumor plus testicle in like XYZ. And so
You did all of this with a 3D model?
through that
That's
into Autodesk Inventor, I think, or some CAD program or whatever.
Yeah.
And, just kind of guessed like, yeah, it's probably like elliptical,
Yeah,
around the edges and all. And then I 3D printed it, and It's impressive.
You still
nuts.
have it?
Yeah.
I do still have it, yeah.
I wish you would have brought it.
I mean,
brought it
it's
over-
like a
It's like a bedside.
it's like you would go to the grocery store and buy a nice sized lemon. It's
Yeah. No, it's bigger than that. It was bigger than that
maybe.
for sure.
Yeah.
Was it like, but it was gradually growing, right?
Yeah,
So
it
it
was
wasn't like you woke up the
gradually.
next day, you're like, I set a doctor's appointment and I need to go to this. And you're like looking down, you're like, this is trouble.
I knew it was trouble, and that's why I didn't go to the doctor for a while
like a
there
long.
too.
Same. I
Because
would
I
do
know,
the same thing.
like, if you have
100%.
a cold or anything goes wrong, you Google it and go to WebMD,
You go
and every
crazy.
single time, one of the things on there is, oh, this could be cancer, right?
Yeah.
And one of the side effects is death, like pretty much every time.
Yeah.
But
Right.
then you Google
Literally.
like a chronic testicle growth or chronic,
Yeah.
something wrong with your testicle, and it's like, are you a white male between 15 and 30 or whatever? It's like, you have testicular cancer. It's like, that, there's nothing
It's
else
just a
it could
one
be. It's
question.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Do you ride bikes?
It's taking a hard time.
Are you a male 15 to 30 who rides bikes?
Yeah.
So there's very few other things that it actually could have been. So it's kind of like, I kind of knew in the back of my head, like, yeah, this is probably cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it ain't cancer, it's something that's chronic and not good either way. So I'll
Yeah.
just keep ignoring it and pretend like it'll go away.
That's fair.
Good news. Well, no.
Come to find out, it didn't go away. Not until I started. I went to the doctor and got on the path to surgery and
To
chemo
treatment.
and all that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So how was all that though? Because I mean, I've always heard, and I've had some friends go through it. Like chemo is just a brutal experience.
Yeah. So one thing I did learn, I guess, going through
Yeah.
chemo itself is there's no two chemo regimens, I guess, or rounds that are the same between two people.
Oh,
People
really?
say I go through chemo. That could mean a bunch of different things. Just
Yeah.
when you say I have cancer, what kind of cancer?
Yeah.
That's a very important missing piece of
Very
that
important.
conversation.
Right.
So when somebody says I have chemo, it can mean just a wide range of things. I have what they call, I think, BEP chemo, and that's bleomycin etoposide. I think I'm saying that right. And then cisplatin. And those are just the 3 drugs that they gave to me
Yeah.
infusion over IV. That is one of the forms of chemo that's been around a while. So I guess they're really good at treating the side effects of that chemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being nauseous is a super common one. Luckily, I didn't really get nauseous that much. Minor here and there, but they were really good about giving me the right drugs to counteract that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And staying on top of the regimen. The fatigue was probably the worst part of chemo for me, at least. Just being tired, and I would have, I'd go 5 days in a row where I was, in the infusion center
Yeah.
for 5 or 6 hours at a time, getting different drugs, and so like coming off of those 5 days, it would take me two or 3 days just to really lift my head up and be like, okay, I got enough energy to like walk around the front of the yard or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my
Are you just like, what are you doing like for 5 or 6 hours? You just like reading books, like watching Netflix or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the chairs that they gave me in the infusion center I went to were pretty comfy. So that
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I brought had a Nintendo Switch most days. Had noise canceling headphones,
Nice.
throw music on, throw my sunglasses
Yeah.
on, kick back, take a nap. On some of the drugs that they give me, I could notice that I was like more tired, I guess, when I was getting it. So near the end there, I was like, I'm getting this drug or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me go and set up for taking a nap
Yeah,
in this next
literally.
hour.
Yeah. Dang, man.
That's
So
so
you get home, like would you just like, you drive back home? I'm guessing it was all in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was all in Atlanta. And yeah, drive there in the mornings, and most days, I would drive back. My mom came with me, so
Yeah.
I didn't have to drive back. But most days I would feel good enough to drive back, and then make it back to my apartment and just kind of take a nap there. There were some days where I was just like, no.
I saw you on like a Saturday, like one of the first Saturdays.
Yeah, I just saw
and
him.
you were pretty
really
torn
low.
up for sure.
Yeah, and that was at
Just,
the
like,
beginning
hobbling
too,
around here.
where they have like nausea medicine. I guess they give you an IV and then also you have prescription or whatever. So it's kind of like, you know, learning how much of the prescription nausea medicine you should take, and so that was early on. So
you ended up not taking nearly as much, right?
Yeah, I ended up not taking nearly as much.
The nausea medicine was like making you really
basically, yeah, my nausea medicine was
side effects.
making me even more tired.
Yeah.
So I limited, you know, taking my nausea medicine. Just because early on, you know, I was like, okay, don't get nauseous. So I was like taking more of the nausea medicine, but it ended up getting better after that, and you kind of learn, I guess, you know, how it's going to affect you after a few weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Well, like, how much water were you drinking? How much food were you eating? Like,
so I was drinking plenty of water, and between like water weight and, you know, just drug weight, I would like the 5 days I would go in for a round, I would gain about 10 pounds. So like substantial amount of fluids over that week, and then you know, I'd lose it over the next few days. Luckily, I was eating a lot because another thing to counteract nausea is steroids. So they would give me steroids to not only counteract the nausea, but also so I would eat and actually, you know, continue taking in all the calories. Yeah. So that was something I was not expecting, actually.
Yeah.
I was totally prepared to, you know, like lose a bunch of weight or whatever and all this. Yeah. For me, that did not happen because of the steroid. If I had not taken this story, you know, that could be a totally different story.
Yeah. So did you eat? What did you eat? Like, did you eat like super clean? You eat like just whatever you felt like you could scarf down?
For the most part, you can still eat whatever. I mean, just naturally, you want to eat more healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's some cool documentaries that I've seen where it's like if you cut out all these things, it helps.
They do have a bunch of, I guess, different diets. They actually have a whole library where I was at. You can go read up, and I think they had nutritionists help you out. And, that was usually what my mom was doing when I was like taking a nap or something during the day.
Well, that's awesome. Your mom came and like helped out.
Yeah, that was really.
It was a good little spot that you had. I think I went like once or twice.
Yeah,
just for a little bit.
Yeah,
it's pretty high up. You got a good view. You know, it's actually a decent place if you're gonna have to be there all day.
Yeah, no,
with a needle in your arm, I guess it's not so bad.
No, about the diet thing, I guess like one thing for me, and I'm sure others, is your white blood cell count will drop low. And mine did drop low. Mine dropped extremely low. Oh, really? So there were periods there where, you know, I like didn't want to leave my apartment because it was kind of like recommended to not see it. You know, don't be out around people, basically.
Right, because all the germs and stuff. Yeah, without the white blood cells.
Yeah, it's not. You know, you can go out and do stuff, but it's like if you get sick,
I would be so paranoid.
It's really bad.
I'd be washing my hands like once every like.
Yeah, like these periods that would actually affect you, you know, really badly, I guess, you know, only last a few days, but it's still kind of, you know, a nerve-wracking feeling. Knowing that your white blood cell count is like, you know, really not good. So during like those periods, they kind of recommend don't eat, you know, like raw fruits. Sushi is like one of the things. I guess because of like the bacteria that your body normally fights when you eat that is just much harder.
You want your steak fully cooked?
Yeah. Make it charcoal. So I think like the days I went in for blood work and found out like my white blood cell count was like, you know, somewhat normal, I would like immediately go out and buy sushi. It would be like, today's the day I eat sushi, you know?
Yeah. Okay, gosh, it's crazy, man.
Quite an ordeal.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I guess relatively speaking, that was June 10th was the day I found out, and what's the day?
Where are we at now?
Yeah, today is October 2nd, so that's roughly a timeline of, you know, start to finish. In the morning, I will do the test and to see, you know, if it's gone, if we need to do more and everything. But I think everything's been looking pretty good. So.
Yeah. So when did you start feeling like totally normal again?
I feel, I'll say 90% back to normal.
Right.
Like, you know,
Still got to get back into it.
Yeah, a few days ago, I guess. They say, getting all your energy back, like what you had before you started chemo, can take up to 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the case for me. So I seem to be relatively normal, but maybe, a little bit of energy, a little more energy would be nice.
Yeah. Back on the bike soon.
Yeah, but I do want to get back on the bike soon. Yeah, back on the bike.
Comfy ride.
I'll be faster this time. One testicle, so I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, man.
That Lance Armstrong drag.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to get back out and play racquetball soon. I think I'm getting about ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Artie told me you're back working, and I was like, I swear we just talked about how long you're gonna be off. You're off, you know what I'm saying? You're off from work for so long.
It did seem to
And
pass
and
really
then all of
quickly
a
the whole-
sudden, Artie
I
told
was
me
out,
today you're
10 weeks for chemo.
10 weeks. That
Yeah.
flew by.
It really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fast.
How did it feel like 10 weeks for you? Did it feel longer though?
It felt about 10 weeks. I guess looking back on something, you're always like, oh yeah, that was so quick, or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the
Not when
time,
you're going through chemo.
yeah, not really. Mainly it was like those. I had 3 rounds, and during each round, those 5 days. Had more around that, but those 5-day sessions where they just pump you full. It's a mind game. That's just because of how bored you get.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine.
Once they throw that, I did not get a port, so got an IV every day.
Yeah.
And it was like once they had the IV in you, you're in that chair for the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's coming up with stuff to do.
You can go to the bathroom and that's it.
And yeah, that's
Which is
pretty much
essentially
it.
like work.
Yeah, that is essentially like work.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy though. Well, man, so you're through it now though, so that's great.
Yeah. Hopefully, all behind me now, and we'll move on.
Just test. No.
Yeah, just test now.
test.
It's more like kind of confirmed that it's gone, but yeah.
Test, not testes, am I right?
Hey.
That's low hanging fruit.
That was, you know what? This is this is my life. Oh man.
All right.
I'm glad you survived.
Enough about
Yeah,
me.
dude.
Yes.
let's
It's good to
move
see
on.
you
I'm glad
out and
you're-
about for sure.
I'm still alive.
We never really had any doubt though. I mean,
No.
we were like,
Yeah, it's
You're a
true.
young man.
you were in
That's true.
such good spirits. We
Yeah.
were like,
I mean, and being
super encouraging.
honestly-
We knew like the odds of it you had really good odds of getting rid of it entirely, which is what your doctor told you. So
And it's a very
the mental game was won from the beginning.
Yeah, the mental
Yeah.
game is probably the worst.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I guess testicular probably has such a good success rate because people that get it, again, white males between 15 and 30, relatively speaking, that age group is pretty healthy at that portion in their life. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I guess I took chemo so well.
Yeah. Were you relieved when you found out what you had? I guess. I mean, because if you said
it actually
6
was.
months
No,
of
it
being
actually was. Hearing the doctor say,
Yeah.
"We believe you have testicular cancer,"
Yeah.
I will never forget that sentence. Was such a relief because I was like, no.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we can move forward. We can take
And
action.
they pretty much started actually.
They
that
did.
day,
I
so it's
scheduled
crazy.
this surgery while the urologist was feeling my nuts, saying, "I think it's testicular cancer." She was like, "Yeah, it's all happening within minutes."
Props.
And they were pretty aggressive, right? They found out and they were like, "This is your date for surgery."
Yeah,
Right.
I knew my date of surgery. Like I said, the second time the urologist walked in the room, I think it was to schedule the surgery.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
So,
That's good work.
so shout out
Well
to
done by
Piedmont
them.
because
Yeah.
they've been a really
Piedmont.
good hospital.
Yeah.
That's good to
Yeah,
know.
they really have. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well done, man.
let's talk about regular stuff that we talked about.
Yeah, let's go back to
John,
the
I no, we do really appreciate you
Yeah.
sharing that with
Yeah,
us. That's
yeah.
very interesting,
Yeah,
and
honestly.
glad we made it through it. I know Artie was
I don't even think I knew everything.
stressed out, and I didn't know.
Yeah, I
much.
was pretty stressed. Honestly, I was
Yeah.
pretty stressed out. At times, I was probably more stressed out than you were.
Yeah.
And even my parents were super stressed out.
Yeah.
I don't know why we were really stressing it probably even more than we should have.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't talk to us every day.
No,
necessarily.
I guess one thing is not cancer, but just kind of anything big like that happens to you. You find out how many people you actually have in your life.
Yeah. Oh my
It's
gosh,
just
I
like-
can't even imagine.
Yeah, they just start coming through and like, I mean, it's awesome.
That's
So yeah, I'm sure there were times when I didn't talk with Artie or whatever for a few weeks, and that was just because like
Yeah.
I'm like talking with family or talking with cousins,
Yeah.
and
Talking to everybody.
talking to everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you break the news, it sucks, but after that, everybody's really supportive.
Good to hear.
Good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Let's move on
Onward and
to
upward.
What's been going on?
what do you want to talk about? More life stuff? Or you want to talk about sports right now?
Oh, I do want to talk
I
about
wanna be
sports
about
a little
sports.
bit. Just
Sports
because
are-
we're
sports are
in a
crazy
really
right
we're in a
now.
really good time right now.
Yeah.
It's maybe the best time of the year.
It's one of my favorite.
It
times.
is the best time of the year.
It
'cause
is
you have baseball,
playoff baseball.
playoff
Playoff
baseball,
baseball.
which
Well,
is
that's fair.
totally
which means I'll watch it, and then
yeah,
a
Yeah.
little bit of it, and we got football,
which is amazing.
which is amazing.
Fantasy football.
You have fantasy football, college football, and fantasy football is the NFL. So
I
it's fine.
actually
And
I'll
UFC.
say more on this in a second, but on the fantasy football thing. But.
You have UFC,
and Premier League.
Premier
Yeah.
League,
And the start of Champions League.
and
Oh my god.
oh, I don't even want to talk about
That's
Champions
way
League.
too much.
And you have
Really think about that.
And then you
That's
still have
so
it.
much.
You still have Atlanta United
You still got Atlanta United.
chugging
Wow.
along.
Wow, completely forgot about Atlanta United. That
How
So
many more weeks are they playing?
they playoffs start soon, I think.
this weekend, October 6th, is their last game of the season. Then they go to playoffs.
There's a week break.
I think it's like 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
When was the championship that we all went to?
Well, that was in December, but I think they pushed it now. They changed the season and the bracket, so it's different now. So I think it all takes place. Playoff games take place in like middle to end of October, and then November, I believe, is the championship now.
Jeez, that was wild time.
It
So we're
was.
gonna have MLS and MLB playoffs at the same time.
Yeah, all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Can't even keep up.
Well, let's just talk about the Braves real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta get the Braves in there
Let's
because
we play tomorrow. Game 1, NLDS.
NLDS versus the Cardinals.
Yeah,
What is that? That's October 3rd. Yeah.
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 3rd,
5 p.m.
4th. Yeah.
So we're doing 2 at home Thursday, Friday. Oh wait, how does the format work actually for the 5 gamers?
I think it's 2-2-1.
2-2-1. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Interesting.
yeah.
STP as they call it now is gonna be rocking. It's gonna be wild.
Is that what they call SunTrust Park now?
No, I did hear it called that.
I was about to say, I was like,
I
what?
didn't make that up. I
Guys?
did hear it called that, but I don't know if it was a
STP.
joke or not. But I kind of liked it. So I'm rolling with it.
STP.
I don't even. I just
It's a
call
lot
it
of
the
syllables,
battery.
man.
Honestly, like
Yeah.
I don't even refer to the park
As
as
SunTrust.
SunTrust Park. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's just a battery.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a field there.
You're going to the battery.
Battery. It has to be. a
Are you going to
baseball
the game?
field, Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so who are we playing?
The Cardinals.
Cardinals.
They're good.
They are good. They are good.
How have we played against them this season?
Did we play them this?
We
haven't
probably
played them a
only
couple
played.
times
But
this
yeah,
season, a couple series.
we probably played them like one series, something like that.
They had like a ridiculously good second half. So like the start of the season wasn't great, but they've been like super hot ever since the All-Star break. But we've been really good all season, and
Yeah.
we've actually been slumping in September. Like all our best players, have not been playing well, but hopefully we'll get everybody back. I think we're going to destroy the Cardinals.
That's also the Cardinals have to watch only August. They can only watch August film on the Braves because they can't watch anything in September. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally just pure deception. Like watch them just light up the Cardinals for no reason.
Oh, I think we're gonna come out there and just crush them.
I think we're gonna try them. Yeah.
Dude, I hope so.
The Cardinals, who famously beat us in like the 2017 wild card game or something like that, a few years ago.
Yeah.
On that infield fly roll that was dropped in the outfield.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was dropped deep, like it was in shallow left center, and they infield flied it. We ended up losing the game or something like that.
That's so wild.
on an error. It was just an error pop up.
It's one of the only games that I'll ever remember where I actually was when that happened. I was at
really?
the Taco Mac in the Virginia Highlands, yeah. And I was with some friends, and I was like, I don't understand this rule. like, I'm not mad at them for throwing cups because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It's a weird rule. They're
The
like,
infield fly rule itself is, I don't even know. It is a really, really weird
baseball
rule. There's
has
a ton
weird
of, like,
rules.
umpire
Baseball's
discretion and
got
stuff like
weird
that.
rules.
But
Trying to explain baseball to someone
Box
who
or
doesn't
Box.
know.
Oh my man, I've been trying to learn box lately, and
Have you?
Yeah, like I've watched
That's
so many videos, and I'm still just like, I can look at one and be like, I don't know if that's box.
You got like people tagging up
I
until
feel
they
like,
catch the
like
ball.
there's so much other things, like you need context to actually like make the call sometimes, like like what's
Literally.
the dynamic like on the field,
So
you know what the
crazy.
pitcher's gonna do.
base runners establish the base path.
Yeah,
themselves.
base runners.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
so they run like a weird arc.
So it's like, yeah, so
Yeah.
if a guy's like fields the ball and you're running down the base path, you've already established a base path. So you could be coming in at a weird angle, but like the path that you need to take to get to the next base, if the guy's standing, if you veer off that path, then you're like an out of bounds runner. You're automatically out and stuff like that. So it's to prevent runners from doing all these crazy routes to get to the bases and run around people trying to tag them. And
That's so wild.
there's just so many weird rules because people think, like,
Weird
for
thing.
example, that if you're just in the line between two bases, that you're on the base path. That's not true.
It's
where the runner is, basically.
do they review the line if they call it out?
No, I mean, I don't know if they can review.
Because wouldn't they have to do like an angle?
No, they really don't. They'll just be like, he's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh, right.
ways off,
Get him out of here.
Yeah. Send it to the shit.
Yeah, I feel like most time base runners know like if they're trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
too much.
You can like tell because
Yeah.
they're clearly trying to avoid something. Why wouldn't they be running straight like to the bag?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, unless they're rounding the bag, but I don't know, stuff like that. All I can hope for tomorrow is that we don't have Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Oh no. If
The-
we can do with no Angel Hernandez, who's the other guy? Joe West.
Joe West. These are like notorious umpires who are just the worst.
Angel
Like-
Hernandez, like,
but there's so much
famously,
footage.
I think it was in like the Red Sox playoff game a couple years ago or last year.
Yeah.
Missed like 4 calls at first base in a row. They reviewed so he blew the call like 4 times in a row. It was like really in like really quick succession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a booth review. It was like challenged every single time, and one of them like took place for the other team too. It was like for both teams, and so they did the whole thing. Everybody's putting headphones on, looking at screens and things like that. Every single one of his calls got overturned, and
Dude,
it was bad.
This is
I'm
like
talking
the
about
one
people
game.
people were safe by like an entire step, and he's just like punching him out. he's
You're
riled
like
up.
past the first
Oh,
base
yeah.
bag, and he's like,
Punching him out.
He's over there like checking the first baseman, like, you got the ball. He clearly has the ball, just doing all this crazy umpire stuff, just punching people out. Just
Dude's like
on
rounding
the-
for
yeah.
second over here.
Oh my
It's like,
gosh,
yeah.
that's so funny.
But I mean, umpiring aside, hopefully we play well. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
We're gonna sit here and just watch it.
Oh,
Watch
it's gonna
literally
be
every
amazing.
single pitch. It's gonna be
Be
crazy. Yeah,
Insane.
and I'm gonna be like biting my nails off the whole time, but it'll be fun.
That makes you feel good.
So,
Good that-
yeah, go Braves.
Go Braves.
Yeah, for sure. Sticking with Atlanta teams, United. I didn't want to talk about it too much.
NYCFC game.
They're having a rough today. They're having a rough
They're getting
week.
destroyed.
2
Didn't
weeks.
we tie Montreal?
Yeah.
We tied Montreal. Montreal, not good.
Not good.
But Joseph has been injured.
Honestly,
we just have lost.
that's what's killing
They
us.
can't even play without Joseph.
We literally can't do anything.
There's not a lot of chemistry right now, dude. It's scary because we were rising to the occasion halfway through the season. I was like, man, we could just do this again.
Yeah.
And now looking at LAFC and NYCFC, it's gonna be rough. That being said, we pull it together and we're at home. Dangerous.
Think about the team spirit and the energy and like the city, how it's going to be whenever Joseph is back, though.
Oh, yeah.
We could ride that all the way through the playoffs.
If I was them, I would.
Is he coming back?
Yeah,
He is.
he trained. I think yesterday or today.
Yeah.
With the team. What I would do
Good.
is I would sit him, and I would wait for him to get back to the playoffs.
Well, whatever. I mean, we probably want him for at least a tune-up game or something. Though. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
get.
saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, I'm still out of the loop. What happened?
Joseph's been out hurt
When's that
for
happen?
what, like 2-3 weeks, something like that.
2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
then
we have not been playing well.
Oh, man.
United's just being just
Yeah.
destroyed.
We're getting crushed. But
Surprise.
he's easily our best.
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Easily our best player.
As far as NFL goes, Falcons are terrible. No surprise there. They're
Yeah.
not good.
Unwatchable.
It's
Not
hard
that
to
I wouldn't
watch.
like
I watch
We don't
it.
even care, dude. My NFL team is my fantasy football team, dude.
Oh, I wanted to say something about this.
That's so
because
true.
I
RBG
do not.
already-
I do not watch the NFL. Right.
Yeah.
Unless you guys are watching it, and I
Yeah.
happen to be sitting in the living room, I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
not watch it.
Right.
otherwise.
Right.
But watching Andy play fantasy football while he's watching like NFL Red Zone is one of the like funniest, like most entertaining things I've ever done. Because it's like pure joy whenever like Robert Woods gets a 15-yard reception.
Yeah.
And it's just it's any play. Any other day it's any normal play. It's a 15-yard reception. Andy is over here like fist pump in the air. I mean, he's Angel Hernandez like punching people out. It's crazy.
Dude, if they
It's so
score a
fun.
touchdown, it's like literally like I scored that touchdown.
Yeah.
Like I can't do
And
anything
Andy
for
will be
these
like,
players.
"Oh, dude, I have this team's kicker, and I have that quarterback, and the receiver. You know how many points that is?" And
Yeah,
I'm just
dude,
like,
like-
"This is crazy, man."
Yeah. It's
and you can
it-
beat your friends and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
and
so
also-
much fun. Now, if you're terrible at fantasy football, you do not want to watch.
If
But
you're
if,
laughing
yeah,
stock
if your
only.
team is hot right now, like my team is I have two teams, they're doing both pretty well.
Yeah.
One of them's taken off, and I'm gonna dare say I may be going to a championship if they keep playing the way they keep playing.
Wow.
That's early on to say though. It's only 4 games in. It's a
Just out
long
of
season.
curiosity, who's your quarterback?
I have Gardner Minshew for one, who's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this dude, he starts for Jacksonville. He's like
dude, he's a
This guy
king.
has
is
2
what it-
last names.
his name's
Gardner Minshew. Yeah,
the second. I
the
believe.
second.
Dude, he's got a full mustache
Yeah,
like this. He looks like
Fu
an
Manchu.
yeah.
he's
No
he's
way.
literally like he's
what-
like what he's like Baker, but like
Way more.
He's
but like
like a-
way more. Yeah,
What's the word I'm looking for here?
He's got a lot of
Eccentric.
no, not even eccentric. He's just
he literally comes back to watch his like college team play.
he
and
played
likes
for
how he-
Washington State.
Yeah, and he comes
Bro.
back in jorts, cut off jorts,
Oh,
like
no.
Cut himself.
cut himself. Yeah, like, this is
And a headband.
and he wears a headband like all the time, like a bandana.
Dude, he's
I'm getting like Duck Dynasty vibes right now.
Yeah,
Mm.
that. I mean, he would look like it, but it would be like Duck Dynasty met like a frat boy.
yeah.
Okay. I've got
That may be actually
got it
be
good, yeah.
spot on.
I've got it right here. I know that guy.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean it's been going good. And then Jared Goff, who's kind of, I mean, he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, dude.
So-
But Artie has seen me, and you've been over here.
Oh, yeah,
dude,
we
I
watched
mean,
some
it's
football.
just, it makes it so much better.
It does.
Like it
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, like even though the Falcons are miserably horrible this year and are 1-3,
Yeah.
I'm still not sad about football because my fantasy teams are doing well.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
What else?
That's such a good way to get involved in the entire league. Because even we don't really. We only watch the Braves.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
We don't watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But if you played like fantasy baseball, you would have to know everything about everyone in the league.
Oh, dude, I would.
now that's a lot.
I'd rather go play in traffic, dude. I really would.
That's a lot. Even I will admit that.
I
Yes.
would never
That
do
is
that.
too much.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like you have to know the AAA prospects. Like sometimes
You have to know who's coming up and down from like AAA and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how in depth. Because we didn't even play that one year. We just
I
picked
think-
teams.
I think
and
we
we
talked
talked
about.
about
We
the
talked about
Nationals
that one.
here.
Yeah.
Which congratulations to the Nationals, by the way,
Yeah.
for playing the Dodgers in the NLDS.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Everybody get killed by the Dodgers.
Yeah. UFC. I don't think we need
It's
to talk.
Whitaker Adesanya this weekend.
That's the only thing we want to talk about, really. The rest of the fight is
Garbage.
okay. I'm glad you said that because it's not good.
Where's it taking place?
New
In
Zealand.
Australia.
New Zealand.
What time is
Okay.
it coming on here?
Oh, That's a great
I think
question.
it is 8. Honestly, I think they force them to, or 10. The main card's at 10. I think still.
They're gonna be playing it like they're gonna be fighting it like. Oh no, I think they're fighting it like early. They fight at like 1 p.m. their time, and it's like 10 p.m. our time or something
So
like that.
this is like a UFC event that we should turn on at like 12:30 at night.
Yes.
Watch the main event.
Literally the main, the second, like the co-main event. It's not even the co-main event. Just the second to last fight is Dan Hooker
and Ally Quinta. Not a bad fight.
Fresh off the Cerrone loss.
But like that fight wouldn't even make fresh off Sony loss, and that fight wouldn't even make a main event for like a fight night.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It's just because it's Adesanya's boy.
Yeah.
His training partner.
Oh, I got you.
But Adesanya, this is the first. Is this the first interim versus champ in this year to unify the belt?
No, because that would have been Gaethje versus or not Gaethje. Khabib versus Poirier. Interim versus.
Oh, okay, that was the first one this year.
Those were 2 different weight classes, wasn't it?
No, it's
No,
155 and
okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
But I
that's
mean,
right.
yeah. I would say this one's probably a better matchup because Whitaker isn't Khabib, although I think Whitaker's gonna destroy him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, all right, we got to do picks.
Well,
I know where you're leaning.
100% have Whitaker. I think he's gonna. I'll call the fight right
Rooting
now.
for and think's gonna win. Same person.
Both. Yes.
August.
You probably
Man,
have
this
Adesanya.
hurts me, dude, because Adesanya is probably my favorite fighter right now, by far.
Yeah.
He's just a cool guy. You know,
He is a cool guy. No, I love Adesanya. Honestly,
we're huge Adesanya fans.
We are
but
huge
you know
Adesanya.
who I'm gonna pick.
But
And you
dude,
know who
I
think's gonna
got
win.
my boy,
It's Robert
dude,
Whitaker.
the Reaper.
It's the Reaper.
here's
I don't think Adesanya can handle the power. Dude.
here's the thing is
I'll tell you what's gonna happen.
is Kelvin Gastelum is like a lesser version of Robert Whitaker, right?
Yeah,
Robert Whitaker.
he's not. Yeah,
is
Kelvin-
Robert Whitaker.
Kelvin
He's a better
Gastelum
boxer.
is. He's a lesser version, and he's not even like as equipped as Whitaker is.
Yeah.
Like Whitaker can do everything.
Yeah, he's a complete fighter.
This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna walk Adesanya down. Adesanya's gonna hit him, and he's gonna go, "Those are pillow hands," compared to Yoel Romero.
Yeah, twice.
And then he's just gonna walk him down, and then he's just gonna like hit him until he drops on the ground. And then he's gonna ground and pound him until he TKOs Adesanya.
You think he's going to the ground?
That's
I
exactly
think
what's
it's
gonna
gonna
happen.
Man,
He's gonna walk through his punches because Adesanya he's not gonna hit as hard as what the Reaper can take, dude. The man survived.
This man goes.
He survived
to
and
war.
won 2 fights against Yoel.
Yeah.
dude, and Yoel would do those like jumping punches, Superman punches out of nowhere.
Lightning fast.
Yeah, Adesanya just doesn't hit that
Reaper
hard.
is just
He hits
gonna be
hard.
Out there
He-
dancing around Adesanya. They're gonna dance around a little
But
bit.
hear me out.
And I'm telling you, he's just gonna throw some over top right and then go straight to the takedown.
Maybe
It's
ring
gonna-
rust
Absolutely.
though.
For Whitaker,
Yeah, he's been out for 14 months.
No, I won't have it.
I won't either.
Look,
I don't have it.
I'm just gonna say this just to be adversarial when we watch it. Is I actually like both fighters a lot. I respect
I
Robert
do.
Whitaker. That's a grown man that takes care of his business and his family.
Yeah.
Adesanya is an up and coming, just hungry guy.
He has a
He's-
good story too.
Yeah, he's funny. He's got charisma. You know, he talks about trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like both of them for different things. But I will take Adesanya in this fight because you both said Whitaker. But if I had to bet $1,000 right now, I'd put it on Whitaker.
I would too. It's gonna be his crowd cheering for him.
No, they're in New Zealand. That's
It's gonna be wild.
Adesanya's crowd.
It's so wild.
But it's going to be a bunch of Australians, and it's going to be half and half probably. It's going to be wild, dude.
I think he's just gonna destroy him. I really do.
I think it's gonna be wild.
Yeah.
John, an avid UFC fan, clearly.
Yeah, I'm just a huge sports fan in general. Sports, go sports.
You would want to see this fight though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at
this-
least
This would be a
3 or
good
4
one.
rounds.
You think it's gonna end in the first round?
No, I think it's gonna end like second round.
Yeah, I'll say fourth round. But whatever.
I'm probably. It's gonna be 4 championship rounds, I think.
You think? I think Whitaker's gonna walk out there. He's gonna be all energetic and stuff, and it's either gonna work and he's gonna knock him out quick, or he's probably gonna spend too much energy.
4th round head
And
kick.
it's gonna
Adesanya.
it's gonna get like really
Knocked out.
shaky.
Unbelievable.
Hey, fair play.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Adesanya get roughed up.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. Dude, Gastelum took him there, but then in the 5th round, dude, he switched that. He took that switch on, dude.
Yeah.
And he
That was
pummeled
wild.
that man, dude. You don't remember? We were there, dude.
It was
He
wild.
was hitting him with, dude. If the time wouldn't have stopped, he would have stopped him for sure.
I think so.
He
Yeah.
was dropping. He like would get up and he'd be like boom, and he'd be like, ugh, and
Oh,
he'd
yeah,
just
he
crumble
was
to the
on-
ground, and
he
then
was on
he'd get
noodles.
back up, and Adesanya would wait. So that's the thing is Adesanya's got really good takedown defense, and he's got good stand up like distance control. The problem is he just doesn't hit as hard as Robert Whitaker or Yoel Romero. And God forbid, this is what I'm worried about. Adesanya wins. He's got to fight Paulo Costa, dude. Paulo Costa.
I don't want anyone to fight that guy. I want him to get.
Robert Whitaker
I want
fight
him to
that
get busted for PEDs and then shrink down to a normal size, so then that he can fight in the UFC.
He
and
walks
not
in- He walks in the ring 220.
easy 220.
He's supposed to be fighting at 185. He's just gigantic, dude. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Is he bigger than Yoel?
Oh,
Yeah.
so much bigger.
He
Not
just
When they
so
fought,
he's not so well.
Dude,
I mean,
when they
he
fought,
was.
he looked, dude. You look at the picture. Yoel is a beast, dude.
Yeah.
Huge. He stands. You just look at them. You're like, what is this, dude?
And
You
Paolo
eat
fought him
10
weird too,
steaks?
because he was like, "I'm gonna eat your punches, but I throw harder than you." And it was like, that's literally what he was showing, that he throws harder than Yoel.
Yeah. But see, this is the great thing about that weight
When
class.
Whitaker wins, just retire, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
But that's the
Honestly.
beautiful thing about that weight class is if you basically have 4, like, no matter what happens, you now have 4 fighters that are all gunning for that belt. No matter who wins, like Robert Whitaker wins,
Yeah.
if he doesn't retire, then you
Who's
get.
the 4th one? Gastelum?
Well, you have Gastelum
Yeah,
too.
Gastelum for sure.
Well, you have 5
Yeah.
because you got Yoel,
Oh,
Paulo
Yoel,
Costa,
yeah.
Kelvin Gastelum, Adesanya, and
And
the
Whitaker.
Reaper.
Whitaker, yeah.
That's stacked.
The Reaper, dude.
That's stacked. That's
Is
tough.
that the coolest nickname
That
in the UFC? Most unique, maybe?
Dude,
Definitely not the most unique.
Adesanya's is the last style bender, which is probably the
That's
coolest
probably the most
one.
unique.
yeah.
I don't know. I
That's-
just haven't heard Reaper like ever. I
Well-
feel like as a nickname
Go play Xbox Live.
Yeah.
for a UFC fan. I don't know.
We had a clan of gamer tags.
That's
that all
true.
had Reaper in it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's probably
Cool.
that's in the subtly why we like it so much.
Yeah, literally.
Where are we at with
Wait a
time right
minute.
now, Andy?
We gotta be closer now.
Oh wow, we've been doing 48 minutes.
Oh dang, we are close. We can talk about
What do we got?
Champs League soccer. We can talk about life a little bit. Let's do Champs League soccer.
Oh, there's not much happening in Champs League.
Yeah,
They're in there.
Well, we can talk about this.
I'm not really interested in Chelsea.
Tottenham, one of my favorite teams, went against one of my second other favorite team, Bayern, and
Yeah.
Bayern decided to destroy them. It was
7-2.
horrible.
7-2 Bayern.
I watched
saw
that game and I was like,
Oh,
"What are we doing? You have your entire starting squad. Everyone,
Gnabry had 4 goals.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Gnabry literally.
I didn't want to watch it. The highlights.
He's
I
so
was like-
fast.
This was wild.
He's
This
so
was-
fast.
This was legitimately a crazy game.
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
Sounds
'Cause
7-2.
It was
Yeah.
4-1, and they started off, and Kane blasted in a pen, making it 4-2. I said, "All right, just get another goal." They went in, they almost score another goal, and then Byron goes, "Here, you guys watch as we toast you the rest of this game." This rest of this match, and they were just launching balls over the top, crossing them in. And I was like,
It was
"What
Aurier.
is going on, dude?" The
Aurier, he was playing the right back. Gnabry's playing
Aurier?
Aurier was getting toasted.
Absolutely
No
no,
way.
chance.
Dude, literally getting and
No.
Aurier's a good right back.
He's a really good right.
Fast,
Strong. Yeah.
dude. Gnabry was literally outpacing him, skilling him up, cutting into the box, blasting shots in. I was like, "What is Gnabry is insane!" Like
Yeah, he's a monster.
it was crazy, dude. It was so sad. It was so hard to
R.I.P.
watch.
Tottenham. It's all right. Y'all had a good run last year.
Yeah, okay, thank you. But I know we lost to Liverpool. That's fine. But we did lose 2 of the matches in group stage last year, and we advanced in Champions League, so we can do it again.
It's all right. Liverpool just squeaked by 4-3 against Red Bull Salzburg, I think. Today.
Yeah, so I was like, are you serious? Well, it's because they're winning the Premier League, and then.
Oh yeah, I'm totally down for us to just fall out of the Champions League. We won it last year. It's cool. Let's win the Prem this year, and I'll be happy, and they'll have a massive parade again.
I heard that there's like, I read that there's some drama in Liverpool's attacking group.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah.
Mane, Salah?
Yeah.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah, Mane's like, has said, we're still friends, but I guess they're having some problems.
What?
I'm not sure what it is. I thought you would know, to be honest.
Mane, you will be gone.
Like, no, Mane, don't stir the pot. I'd rather keep Mane than Salah.
They would 100% remove Mane before they remove Salah.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
But that's not who I think
Yeah,
they should.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what else? We got video games.
Nintendo Switch Live.
Me and John
We have a Nintendo Switch.
Me and John battled it out in Smash the other day.
Oh.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Just 1-on-1?
Yeah.
Ike versus who?
John uses Ike.
Yeah,
Really? Dude, Ike is the man.
Ike all the way.
I used Cloud a couple times.
I
Well,
love
John.
Ike. I love Ike.
So John's got a regular controller, and then he's got the
Yeah.
Switch controllers, which is 2 little tiny
The
controllers.
Pro controller.
One of them wasn't charged, so I'm playing on the half of the other controller,
Oh, no.
and John's beating me. We're
Oh,
probably
it may or may not have
splitting.
been on purpose.
And I keep like hitting
It was
buttons, and
dead.
my character's posing
The other
in the
one
middle
was
of the battle. I'm
dead.
just like, hey, hit me, and then just getting smashed off the map.
It just looked kind of suspicious because like pull it's like okay, well, that's the left one dead and the right one fully
Yeah.
charged. Just
It's
Yeah.
like, how did this happen?
You're like, I don't know why.
Such a shame.
Like, how does
Guess
he
you
drain
gotta
batteries
play
so
with
quick?
that.
But yeah, Smash is super fun. Just playing the Switch in general has been way funner than I think
Yeah.
what we're normally used to.
Yeah.
I've seen like things and like articles or whatever, and they talk like Switch is the best like gaming system for families and just if you're actually trying to like socialize to play video games, and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
100%,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
As long as it's not Mario Kart, because I'm not playing with Andy anymore. And we all know that. I've stated it many
Yeah,
times.
he's good at Mario.
He's undefeatable.
Oh, we can challenge that.
We can challenge it.
I got really good
Right.
at Mario Kart during chemo because I would just sit there. So I would just practice Mario Kart for hours. on
Didn't
end.
you play me before?
I played you before.
Yeah,
all
so
that.
John knows.
I've changed everything.
Oh,
since,
dude.
yeah.
John's probably good.
I'm not
Yeah.
playing Andy anymore. That's just the bottom line. I
It's
want a
so
new
fun.
game, and that's fine.
Dude, we had one night when I was in Lonigan, and we played a 32 kart race, and it took literally like 2.5 hours or something like that.
Or a 32 race.
32 race like
Yeah.
tournament,
Yeah.
and there's 4 of us, and we raced through that like 2.5 hours. It took we took like breaks, like halftime and stuff like that. Like
me John, and L did a 24.
Yeah,
not
we
too
did 24. I love it.
recently.
Who
Dude,
won?
it was amazing.
I think what you won.
I don't know.
Did you guys even
That was
finish
long.
it?
Yeah, we
Did you do
finished
with
it.
us?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh,
Not 24
24?
races. That sounds.
It was.
It took
I get it.
It took a while. Yeah. It took a
Yeah.
You
while.
do kind of just get
You get
lost, and you
lost.
just
Yeah.
keep playing them, and then you're just like, oh,
They're
that's the last
fun.
one.
You like love. Yeah.
Yeah. Super fun.
Yeah, recently I've guess been like getting more into like the certain moves of Smash and like more advanced Smash. It's like
Dude.
you know, it's like down B, right B. It's like use
Oh,
these
yeah.
attacks at these times and like
So anyway, to revisit that, once John gave me a real controller, I was destroying him. So, you know.
not destroying you.
Honestly,
Slightly
it's
winning
super
Barely.
tight matches,
You know.
but it's so fun. Like we played for a little bit. It's
What
just
half
like,
the time you're winning every time?
Well, Andy and I were. Andy and I think
60% of them.
I think we've gotten so good now that like you do this with Andy too, but Andy and I played 2 level 9s. Me and him versus 2 level 9s.
Oh yeah.
And it's just.
just piecing them up, dude.
Really?
Sending them, dude. Sending,
Hernandez punching him out.
just sending them to space, man. It was
It was, yeah.
sending.
And
dude.
you can do that. You can actually play CPUs, and it's like.
It's honestly so
amazing.
easy now. We're gonna have to start just playing each other now. Which, by the way, after this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can catch these hands, I guess.
Anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah, we can do teams.
Oh yeah, Me, you versus them two?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, dude.
Ike's sword.
You guys are getting
Dude.
pieced up. Little Mac.
I love it.
Don't make me
Dude.
look-
Hey,
Ganondorf
should we
will
go
send
Smash
them.
right
We'll use our best. We'll use our best characters, and we'll use our characters that we like to use.
I don't even.
But-
I'm just gonna use Ganondorf.
Andy, I told you.
I literally just have Ike and like Jigglypuff. I
Jigglypuff
started
is
using
oddly
Ike once I
dangerous.
learned Jigglypuff. was
Jigglypuff,
bullshit.
yeah.
Don't use any of the cartoons.
Oh, no, not
man.
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kirby.
yeah.
Kirby has a down B.
okay.
No, but-
that's
Yeah,
just-
down B.
Kirby's down B is ridiculous.
You have to.
But
You
it's so easy to dodge.
have to respect
Yeah.
Jigglypuff though. Jigglypuff is dangerous in certain situations.
Crickets.
Can be.
I don't know.
Oh.
What, I don't know what Jigglypuff is when
Dude, Jigglypuff is-
if Jigglypuff starts piecing me up, bro, I'm out.
It's got like
That
little.
control is getting broken
Bad.
bad.
She's got like a little spin move, and she's got like a punch.
She got like a sleep thing too.
Yeah.
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 She can put you to sleep and then punch you to death, dude.
That's actually what she can do. I think.
Yeah.
You can load up.
Oh man.
Robin's where it's at.
My favorite
That's
move
who-
with
that's who I was
Kirby
using,
is just eat them up, jump off the side, you know, right before you can get back up, spit them out, then you float back up.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's so cheap.
Oh,
Very
my
difficult
God.
to pull off, but just when you do it, it's beautiful. It's such a
That
sight,
is
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, let's just. How much? Where are we at?
Yeah,
Time? Are we an hour? We'll just
56
talk about
minutes.
personal stuff real quick. What we got going on.
You're going to Thailand?
Going to I don't. I'll talk about it in the next podcast the most. But I'm going to Thailand. I haven't got my shots yet, apparently, so I have to do that this week
Yeah. that's
somehow.
important.
And
Knock
then
that out. Yeah.
yeah, because apparently you can get
Yeah,
malaria
in a week.
Which, ugh.
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, no. It's recommended though. It's not required.
Most
So
ever
that's
recorded kills in human history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what else? Stand-up's been going well. I did 13 minutes on an open mic the other night.
Ooh.
13.
I was
Again,
pulling
minutes.
things out of my hat. It actually went really
Really?
well. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a big crowd, so I was like, I'm just gonna do. I did some old jokes, did a bunch of new jokes, found some new jokes that I've been like kind of working on, trying to figure it out. Some new jokes that I have been trying to do, like pushing them, haven't been going as well, so I'm still trying to figure out how that's all gonna work out. It's hard to get it to where my real set is at because it's like that took so much trial and error, that took so many like bouncing ideas off people, but I've got a lot of stuff now. I actually went writing yesterday night with
Well,
Paul.
Dude, at some point, I want to hear the new stuff.
Yeah, it's I like it. It's all personal stuff. So
That's
there's stuff about the rice cooker that Mom bought when we were on vacation. So
That's good stuff.
It starts as like I think my mom's getting more Asian as she gets older. Like
She definitely is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We need to talk more.
I
My
love
mom's
it.
super
Yeah.
Asian as she gets
Oh,
older.
well-
It's great.
she was like, "Oh yeah, you guys want like Filipino food now for Andy's birthday or next birthday?" And it's like, "Sure, Mom, whatever."
Yeah.
Push that on us.
That's what I told Mom.
We
I said I
did.
want chicken adobo next time.
Yeah.
Is she bringing lechon
Oh,
back?
man.
That's all I asked her.
Yeah, she's going to Cali.
Yeah, she's bringing
She's going to Cali.
Did you tell her koala?
longanisa as well.
Oh my gosh. Unreal.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Goodbye to your.
Besides that, everything's been good. I will
Yeah.
say we'll have to figure out the scheduling details. But Becca, who's a trainer at my gym, who's this fantastic human being that has like shown me the light
On.
on Reiki healing.
Oh, actually, you did tell me about this.
I actually want to hear about this.
I will tell you guys a smidgen of what happened to me.
Just
I
very,
don't
very
even know,
small, very
I don't
small,
know
because
what it
we'll
is
save it
at
off for the
all,
podcast.
So
Yeah.
don't. I don't.
Just-
want you to
just
spoil
say
but
what it
yeah.
is.
First of all, I will say this is like I was very, very skeptical at first, but I've been like Becca's been my trainer at the gym for like almost for like 6 months, probably like 9 months now because I go in the afternoons now, and like we always chat, we always have a good time, and we started talking about. She started telling me that she's doing all this stuff, and I told her about how Mom and like ghosts. And like how that plays into like things that she's told us, which she scared me for the rest of my life about these things.
For sure.
like ghosts and demons and vampires and stuff like that. All these things that I shouldn't fear because we're in 2019. But
I laugh out of fear.
yeah, I'm
That's so silly.
terrified.
I'm terrified.
So I'll say this is so she came over the other night, and she brought this like table for me to lay on, and then first she was like, hey, like let's just talk for a little bit, like what do you want out of this? Let's do a tarot card reading. And I asked it a few questions about like I need guidance on, like stuff like that, and like things kept lining up with like angelic protection, which is weird. She's like, the path, like I was like, what path? Like I was like, what path do I need to be on? Like what do I need to do? I was like, is it like comedy, or is it, you know, sticking with like work and how it is, like just doing that, or like what is it? And like it all kept leading to, not saying I'm gonna like leave like
Don't say the final one, dude.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm not.
Okay.
But I'll say this is like it seems like if I stay on the path to like if I don't, like basically what I found is like if I want to like be really happy, I need to keep pursuing comedy, like as a hobby, as a career as well. Like I need to get more serious about it. And I've tapered off a little bit. There have been some frustrations because it's hard to get booked on shows. It's, you know, it's difficult. So not that I ever thought I was going to quit, but I have eased up a little bit the past couple of weeks. But also work's been so crazy, dude. It's just like, it's hard to be like, I want to go.
What are you going to do? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to go, instead of sitting on my couch and numbing my brain with Netflix, I want to go out, go to a club or a bar that is having an open mic, and then interacting with a bunch more people after I've been interacting with people all day, and then telling jokes, and then new jokes which potentially will bomb, and then figuring out what's funny in that, and then writing afterward, listening to my set, all that stuff. So what I found is that it was weird because like I'll just say this because she'll explain this all, like the decks that she had all these decks, right? So she's like, just pick one from whatever deck you want. And I'd pick one and it'd be angelic protection. And then she'd like, well, let me pick one from a different deck. And it'd be angelic protection or like something like that. It was all like seeking your path, the path that makes you happy will make you happy. And that path is protected by like angels, pretty much. And it was weird. But it was weird because then she goes, look, I'm not asking any questions. I'll just pick up a random card. She picks up a handful of cards. It's like, you should live by water. And I was like, my brother would like that. And it was weird, dude. I'm telling you, it was the weirdest thing. They all started lining up.
I'm excited for her to explain.
Nobody's going to be more skeptical than me.
That's totally fine. But when
that's a good thing.
But
that's
Artie,
a good thing.
Artie, when I tell you that one of the things I haven't told you on here, what happened, you will freak out, dude.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go into it like.
Well, you have to be nice. She's a very nice lady, a woman. I'm just saying you can't be skeptical.
I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna be mean.
Anyway, I will say this. I'm a 100% believer in it now. Like 100%, I'm in. And
Look, in my
that's
defense,
cool.
really quickly, I told August a long time ago that he was already on a bad path, and that this comedy thing is great for him. So, I'm just saying, I got that read about 2 years ago, or about a year ago.
That's a fair point.
It's fair. Yeah.
Just saying. That was obvious to me a long time ago.
Yeah. So she like wants to come on, obviously, and talk to you, all of us.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna freak you out, and then I will say this: I'm gonna try to get you to do it.
I'll do it.
Because you know what I think's gonna happen? Because she told me something. She told me about.
She might break me down.
Oh no, she told me the other day, and I don't think I could. I think I can say it because no one, whatever. She communicated somehow a little bit.
Oh God.
With this person's dead parent, and a word that she called the nickname. It popped in her head. She said it to her. The person started crying, and there was no way she would have known about it. Like, it'd be like calling it like she like I don't know if it's confidential or whatever. It'd be like if like
Yeah, no.
It'd be like when like mom
It would
calls.
be like me talking to John's like grandfather, and being like, you know, they used to call him Johnny Boy back in first grade.
No, but it was like it was a nickname.
Oh, Johnny.
And then Johnny was like, no,
Johnny Boy was the
No,
worst
it
name in my life.
It
like, his
wasn't.
name is John. That wasn't hard.
It wasn't anything similar. It wasn't
No.
anything like you
No.
could just guess. Like
No, I'll just.
his name's Jonathan.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like
Yeah.
it was like
His middle name's Arthur. Artie. Oh my god. Oh my god.
it was literally like if someone
Wow,
called.
we just bashed this pretty bad. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
It'd be like someone if our grandfather called us like I don't know.
I don't even think there's one
It's-
that a word
Three
that would be
Amigos?
like Three Amigos.
It would be like I mean it's weird. It's like I'll say like this is gonna sound so weird. It'd be like if Grandpa called us Biscuit, and then Becca's no. And then Becca goes Biscuit, and then we start crying, right? But
Dude, I will get her to say biscuit at some point.
oh my
That's my
god, she's
new
gonna be
nickname.
so mad at me. But anyway, she's really
I can't wait to hear
lean
about
over,
it.
Bro.
whisper in my ear.
bro. I'm telling you, it's head to toe legit though. Like
Dude, I'm
all-
so open,
yeah.
like minded to the
I'm very
idea.
skeptical,
So
but
I
we'll
just
probably be open to that.
I'll just go. I mean, like I'm
If we
honestly.
all right, if we
ready
do
to
one
learn,
here,
man.
then
Ready
we
to-
should we should let more people watch.
Bro, I'll tell you
Because-
no, you have it has to be dude, you can't.
You can't be like, yo,
you can't
bring it on.
dude. You can't just do all this stuff. It's got to be like private. That's how these things work, dude.
All right, but
I agree with that actually.
recording software is pretty quiet. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, first of all, no,
That's a
Don't-
fair point.
What?
you can't do recording. We're not gonna
We're gonna
do.
record it.
We're not gonna let you do a session and record it.
We won't put her in it. Her face doesn't need to be in it.
No, dude, it's just not. You have to buy in a little bit.
That right there has me buying out.
I'm just telling. No, I'm telling you.
Are you telling me I have to mentally convince myself that I'm already going to find things?
No.
Before I even go to find out if they can find things?
Absolutely not. What you have to be is you have to be open.
Yeah, you can't be as
You can't just be like I'm an engineer and I believe in science and this is how things work and gunpowder.
It's not
and
even about that. It's
metal
about
make bullets.
psychology more than anything else.
Artie, I'm telling you the things that happened during my session were so impossible, like literally so impossible, and there were things that happened that were so impossible that it freaked me out so bad. It freaked me out, dude.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Like stuff that mom, like remember when mom was like, "I don't worry, I told your grandfather not for y'all to visit, for him not to visit you guys after he passes away," and then he never did forever, and then he started visiting you in your dreams. This is the type of weird stuff that happened to me the other night, and it freaked me out so bad, and I was like...
She called it?
She didn't call that, but she did call... Dude, she called one, and I was like... And then, dude, it's so crazy.
We should leave it this as a
How's
cliffhanger.
living on your own going,
Honestly,
bro?
this is the perfect cliffhanger for this
I
episode.
slept with my lights on. She's like, August, you're protected by all these things, like your angels, like, you're good. And I was like, I don't want to be alone. I don't like this. So, of course, I just prayed.
Asked her to stay.
No, I did not ask her. And
He was like, August is like, now I got turned down on that one earlier.
that's
August, I'm coming over with the Reiki stuff, but I'm leaving right after.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. The worst thing is I'm definitely gonna make her watch this before she comes and does this, just so she knows
Our
what she's
humor.
gonna
I'm gonna
do.
be I'm gonna look like such a horrible person. in
No,
your eyes.
you don't look like a horrible person, dude. She's super cool. Like I think she's a fantastic human being.
You're just gonna look like
Do you want to get some more compliments in
Such
before
a
she watches
skeptic.
it?
Dude, I swear.
There we go.
We can't have her watch this now. Thanks, dude.
this is great.
And on that note,
Yeah, let's end it.
Well, hey, this has been a great episode. Thank you, John, for coming on and sharing those stories. I appreciate your input on the UFC. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
anytime.
If you're a white male 15 through 30 that rides bikes.
This is episode 4 of NicoLost, and
UFC's gonna be crazy.
call me.
Reaper.
Bye.
Bye.